So hello everyone,
Hello,
welcome to the new day and new vlog. How are you Muntasir?
I am fine.
And what is the topic for today's video?
Our today's topic is one of the important topic because a lot of people are commenting that in the YouTube comments that tell us about the part-time job and all.
Yeah,
So we thought we will make a playlist about it.
correct.
So I guess this video is just a brief
Yeah.
and then we will make more on the if of the topic's details.
Correct. So this is about how to find a part-time job in Germany. We'll talk about some of the general points that we know or the information that we have. And the reason of making this separate playlist so that we can cover our own experience, maybe or the information specific to those categories which are related to part-time jobs in Germany, or you can say in Kaiserslautern, because we study in RPTU Kaiserslautern the Masters in Informatics program. For those who don't know, also you can go to RPTU Kaiserslautern playlist. So Muntasir, how to find a part-time job in Germany in Kaiserslautern if we start?
So to answer how to find, you have to first know what to find.
Correct.
So because there are different categories of job,
Yeah.
so for different categories you have different approaches to
Yeah.
find them.
Yeah.
So I can at first explain the categories and then we'll give you a brief overview of how to find.
Correct.
So the first category I would say is Huey jobs.
Huey jobs.
For Huey jobs, actually student jobs for any students in the university mostly, that there are different types of Huey jobs. There are certain websites where
Yeah.
you can find the Huey jobs. There is one rune mail that comes every day in our mailbox. So in sometimes you see your Huey job related posts there
Postings in the rune mail as well.
too. So yeah, so first category is Huey job. Second category I would say research assistants.
Yeah.
That is similar to Huey jobs, and there are two important institutes here in DFKI and Fraunhofer.
Yeah.
So they offer a lot of jobs for the students.
Yeah.
So that is another category that is not in the university but related to our profession.
Yeah.
So then you can go there as well.
Go to their
And
website and apply.
That's true. You can go to their website and apply them. And then for them, if you don't find any specific application, you can do unsolicited application as well.
Yeah.
And the third category I would say is part-time job, that is neither on the university nor the institute related to the university, that is any software company.
Yeah.
Or any company, because we are actually in computer science, so we mostly say software company, but it
Yeah.
can happen that in other company you have part-time job.
It depends on your branch. Since
That's
our major is software engineering and minor is intelligence system, so we follow that approach.
So there are couple of software companies in Kaiserslautern as well as in other
Cities.
And since now almost many companies are offering remote,
Yeah.
so you can do that as well.
Yeah. And next category, if we say, is you can say the food restaurant
Correct.
related jobs.
The food restaurants, because for these categories you might have to have some experience.
Yeah.
But for the food categories or in these previous categories, you also sometimes is required for German. We will when we make the videos of each categories, we will explain whether we need German for this category or not.
Correct.
But for the restaurants, you don't need any experience. You know they don't need any German mostly. So there are a couple of restaurants in Kaiserslautern. You can go there and do your part-time job or apply there.
Yeah, and sometimes they also require a minimum German language, but it can depend on restaurant to
Correct.
restaurant as well, or
And
their
any types
requirement.
of job as well.
Yeah.
So if you're like front, then you need German. If you are in the back, you don't need German.
Okay, and I think the next category would be related to the warehouses.
That's true.
The some students who work in
work in the warehouses. For the warehouse, I would say Amazon. Amazon's there are two Amazon. One is in Kaiserslautern, so anyone can join there, and another one is related. That another person is in Ramstein.
Yeah.
And not only Amazon warehouse Ramstein, there are a couple of restaurants that is not in Kaiserslautern.
Yeah.
You can go there too and do the job.
Yeah, like for example, McDonald's branch is there in Landstuhl.
That's true.
So some people go there and do the part-time job or apply there. So these are the, I think, categories. Like you said, the Hiwi jobs, you can do the student jobs in the university. Maybe we'll discuss about that as well, where you can see the Hiwi jobs, because there is a certain website there you can go and see the latest jobs and you can read the details. Maybe we'll try to cover that as well in separate video when we'll come to those categories. Then as he said, the Fraunhofer or DFKI or other research institutes related job you can find. For that also you can go to their portal and apply. Then, like he said, the software related jobs, we are saying software because our field is software engineering. You can do in any companies, maybe in Kaiserslautern or in Mannheim or in nearby cities. But for that, we also have, I think, some applications where
That's
you can find those jobs. And like he said, the restaurant related jobs, you can work in restaurants. Also, when I say restaurants, it means the bars or pubs as well. Some students maybe work and the timing can vary. And like the warehouse job that he mentioned. Also, I think heavy job, when we say, it can be related to your field or not be related to your
Correct.
field in
There are a
university.
couple of heavy jobs, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's, I think, more or less the categories.
correct. And now, Muntasir, if we talk, like, since we are talking about the general idea, like how to find these part-time jobs. So first of all, what is the minimum wage or money that one can earn?
So that's another point. If you are like legally working, and then the Germany has a rule. According to the latest rule, it's 12.41 euro per hour.
Yeah.
That means you have to, the company have to pay you 12.41 euro at least.
Yeah.
So I would say it depends job to job. For example, for the restaurant job, you can expect they will pay you at least the minimum wage. Sometimes they pay more. Usually for software jobs, they pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
The more prestigious job you have, the more payment is there.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I would say that, yeah,
Yeah.
12.41 you will definitely get per hour.
Correct. So I think every job has its own advantage, and has its own way of working, as well as the money can vary. Like in Amazon, you can get sometimes a different pay than you get in McDonald's. Just an example. Now, if we talk about the working hours, so how many working hours are we allowed to?
So that's another important point, that even if you get minimum wages, it's not like that you can do unlimited.
Yeah.
For a working student, according to the Foreign Registration Office, that is Auslandsbehörde,
Yeah.
you can work 20 hours per week.
Yeah.
So every week you can work 20 hours. That is in your lecture time.
Yeah.
So when you in your Kaiserslautern, if you talk about RPTU, usually it is almost same for every university.
Yeah.
3 months is the lecture time, and then 3 months is lecture free time.
Yeah.
In the lecture free time, we have exams.
Yeah.
And in the lecture free time, you can do 40 hours. You
Correct.
can do full time, you can do 40 hours, but in the lecture time, you can only do 20 hours,
20 hours per
week.
week.
But this is not all. There is another constraint,
Yeah.
that in a year you can do, it was previously 120 working days, but now according to the new rule of 2024, that is redefined in March, so that is 140 working days in a year.
Yeah.
So you can work 20 hours per week. In lecture free time, you can do 40 hours, and in a year, in total, you can do 140 full days or 280 half days.
Yeah. So I think this depends on how many hours or how many days you work.
We work.
Because sometimes, suppose if you have a lecture free period, then you can do the full time jobs, and you will be paid accordingly.
That's true.
And
If you do full-time job, you pay more. And just a disclaimer, if you get paid more, you have to pay more as well. For example, the taxes.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if I talk about the monies, I said the minimum wages, but that is good enough for us, because as a student, we don't pay a lot of fees. The social insurance fee, the job, the unemployment fee, or many other insurance fees we don't pay.
Yeah.
For example, for the health insurance, we pay the minimum fee.
Yeah.
So there are some benefits, but when you earn more, you have to put the tax is dependent on the range. So if you
Yeah.
earn more, you have to pay a little bit more, but still you will get some money.
correct.
So that's it. And if you are like working in a full year, and if you are working in the lecture free period full time, then it can happen that you are crossing the 140 limit.
Yeah.
So then you have to pay more as well.
And you have to keep this thing in mind, because they have the track records when you submit, your taxation and everything.
That's true. Everything is documented.
Everything is documented. You get some
Unless you
documents.
work in illegal, which is not
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and you get some official documents, related to
Correct.
Finanzamt as well, how much you are getting paid, and the system differs based on the type of job, the number of days that you work, and also the heavy job. Some things, there is also one constraint in the heavy job, that if you earn more than this, then you have to pay certain things.
Correct.
If less than this, then
then you don't have to pay.
yeah,
So, for example, for mini job like 520 euros
Euros.
per month, you don't have to almost pay anything.
yeah,
So then and then amount, I believe 10,000. No, I think the latest news is 11,000 euro per year. If you earn something like that, you don't have to pay any additional taxes. If
Yeah.
you earn more than that,
Yeah.
then you have to pay taxes.
yeah.
So there are some certain ranges, so you can look up
Yeah,
to them.
yeah. So I think these depends on how much you earn and what kind of job you're doing. Every job has, like we said, has its own, working hours, payment related info, and how many days can you also work? Because I think this is also important, that sometimes we see that, okay, we have to do 20 hours per week. So is it like 4 hours per day, or how many hours? So
Yeah, so I would say they count how many half day or full day you are working. If you are working 4 hours in a day, that is called a half day. If you are working 8 hours a day, that is called a full day. So 20 hours is 8 hour, 8 hour, 4 hour, or you can divide it into multiple 4 hours. But it's still it's 280 half day, like 280 days you work 4 hour, or 140 full day, or 140 days you work 8 hours. I would say one disclaimer is there. For example, if you have like in October or September you have crossed your 140 limit and you need more, you want to work more, you can ask for the Ausland BHD for additional permission. You can work more than 140 hours, but with some permission and conditions that you have to communicate with them.
So I think this is also important that you contact or you keep foreigners registration office in loop, so that you do the things legally, right? And you don't want that you get in some illegal stuff and then you might face some problems with the Finanzamt or with Ausländer BHD, because we have some restrictions in our visa, like he said, the number of days that we are allowed to working. So in this video we tried to cover like how to find the part-time jobs.
That's true.
In Germany, like we said, through Rundmail. Now what is this Rundmail? We'll try to come to these topics when we'll cover these.
For example, for part-time job is almost common for part-time software engineering anywhere in the industry. LinkedIn is a common platform, and for Germany we would say Stepstone, Indeed, Zing. So we will cover those details in
upcoming videos. So this was just to give you an idea that there are these categories that we feel or we encountered. There might be some more info, but I think these info we get from
the basic ones.
The basic that we got an idea from maybe Muntasir's experience, from my experience, from the students we know in the university, from their experience. So we'll try to cover all these experiences in separate videos. That's why we thought to make this playlist regarding part-time jobs in Germany. So stay tuned. We'll come to these subtopics. We'll try to let you know how to maybe see the Fraunhofer website, what is the Rundmail, right? Because some students who might not familiar with this pattern or who are upcoming students. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much, Muntasir, for sharing the insights, inaugurating this part-time job playlist with me and sharing your experience. We'll come down to experience part as well. So I'll end this vlog now. Rest like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye. Ciao ciao. Namaste. Chalo. See you in new day, new vlog. Also, you can go to different playlists and watch videos according to your interest. There is RPTU Kaiserslautern playlist. We have covered several videos regarding subjects, regarding our exam experience. You can visit that. The vlogs are in English. And do watch this part-time job playlist in my channel or in our channel. So bye bye.